Hey there! Another World War II find was recovered from the river. The BA-10 armored car, the crew of which defended Novgorod in August 1941, was recovered on the 4th of August in Russia. A crane was installed on the bridge over the Mali-Volkhevets River, which significantly affected the traffic intensity. But the drivers were very supportive, since it was the exact place where the Red Army soldiers made their last stand, protecting the bridge on the BA-10. The recovery team conducted a search that showed the presence of an object at the bottom of the river. Then the divers went under the water and found the car. The armored car was heavily covered with silt and waste of all kinds, but it was located in the same spot where it fell into the river on August 18, 1941, lying on its roof. This was the last Iron Soldier who defended Novgorod before it was occupied by Hitler's troops. The first attempt to move the car, already freed from the bottom layers, ended with the cabin separating, but the ascent was continued. "It's no big deal," Alexander Morzunov, the commander of the Nakhodka search party, assured. "Disassembly during the restoration process is inevitable, and I do not doubt that the car will be restored and maybe will participate in military parades." It's noteworthy that at various times the search for the car has already been conducted. The previous attempt was made on 2013. Experts scanned the bottom of Mali-Volkhevets in the area of the possible car location, finding only wood and car tires. They decided that the car was already salvaged in the Soviet years to clear the shipping lane. And yet there was an armored car in these murky waters. The history of the BA-10 with a 45mm cannon, which was a fairly massive machine in the Red Army, is also known. According to the archival data, it belonged to the 28th Tank Division commanded by Colonel Ivan Chernyakhovsky. It fought in defense of the city in the first months of the war. The battle with the armored car participation is described in the Journal of the Military Operations of the division. On August 15, 1941, Regiment Commander Levin ordered a scout platoon leader Alexander Karlov to go to the Novgorod Defense Headquarters in the Antoniev Monastery. Having crossed the bridge over Volkhevets, Lieutenant Karlov encountered the Nazi troops. A battle ensued. Fearing that the enemy would seize the bridge, Karlov brought the armored car to the crossing and took up the defense, keeping up a steady fire. The enemy began shelling the bridge with artillery. When the wooden deck was broken, the front wheels fell through it and the car got stuck. The crew's attempts to free the BA-10 were unsuccessful. Under heavy Nazi fire, the commander ordered the crew to retreat and blew up the car with a grenade so that the enemy wouldn't get it. The crew successfully reached their home base, and the BA-10, after being shelled by the Germans, fell into the water. Vladimir Kopyshev reported that Alexander Karlov died bravely in 1942 near Мясной Bor. The fate of 3 other BA-10 crew members is still unknown. The combat vehicle was lifted in 3 parts, which were loaded into a truck and sent for restoration. Now we're waiting for the full restoration of the armored car and hope to see it go over the bridge that it had to defend 80 years ago. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe to the channel not to miss new videos.